At this very moment, beneath the ground you stand on, beneath the soil, the bedrock, even under continents and oceans, lie vast layers older than any human city, older than recorded history. These are the real foundations of our planet, shaping climate, mountains, earthquakes, volcanoes, magnetic shields, and even the environment that makes life possible. Today we dive deep, not metaphorically but literally, into the layers of the Earth. If you like geography, geology, survival, and long-term thinking about the planet, this journey will ground you with facts, context, and insight. The outermost layer of Earth, the crust, is extraordinarily thin compared to what lies beneath. Depending on location, it extends from just a few kilometers under the ocean to about 70 kilometers under some continental shields. This thin skin is where all terrestrial life exists: soils, rocks, mountains, rivers, continents, ocean floors. The crust itself comes in two main types. The oceanic crust, relatively thin and dense, mostly basaltic rock lying beneath seas, and the continental crust, thicker and varied, composed mostly of lighter, silica-rich rocks. This layer matters not only because it hosts human life, but because it responds to what happens deeper down. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, mountain building, all depend on what's underneath. For anyone interested in survival or long-term perspective, remembering that we live on a fragile shell, a crust that could shift, crack, or reshape, changes the way you view home, settlement, and Earth's stability. Under the crust lies the mantle, by far the thickest layer. It reaches down to nearly 2,900 kilometers below the surface and accounts for around 84% of Earth's total volume. Though composed of solid silicate rocks rich in iron and magnesium, the mantle behaves over geological time like an extremely viscous fluid. Deep within, heat and pressure set up slow convection currents. Hotter rock rises, cooler rock sinks, a process that drives tectonic plate motion, volcanic activity, and the constant reshaping of continents and ocean basins. This knowledge has practical implications. For example, where plates diverge or converge, volcanoes and earthquakes can be expected. If you're living, or planning for survival, in a region near plate boundaries, or in an area with known fault lines, knowing what lies beneath helps in risk assessment, preparation of safe shelters, and planning infrastructure accordingly. At about 2,900 kilometers depth, beneath the mantle, lies the outer core. Here, the composition shifts dramatically. Instead of silicate rock, this layer is made mostly of molten iron and nickel, along with lighter elements, and it's in a liquid state because of extreme heat and pressure conditions. This churning metallic fluid rotates and convects, and through those motions, generates Earth's magnetic field, the shield that protects us from harmful solar radiation and cosmic particles. Understanding this is more than just academic. The magnetic field affects navigation, like compasses, animal migration, radiation exposure, and even long-term climate effects. For someone with survivalist leanings or, an interest in planetary habitability, knowing that this molten core is Earth's engine room really helps you appreciate how precarious and finely tuned life on Earth actually is. Even deeper, starting at roughly 5,100 kilometers down and extending to the center, about 6,371 kilometers deep, lies the inner core. Unlike the outer core, despite extreme temperatures possibly rivaling the surface of the Sun, this central region remains solid. The immense pressure at that depth forces iron-nickel alloy into a crystalline, solid state. This inner core contributes to Earth's mass, gravity, and geological stability. Its interactions with the outer core, through pressure, heat transfer, and magnetic dynamics, influence the behavior of the entire planet from within. Knowing this helps us understand why Earth behaves the way it does, why it has a magnetic field, why tectonics works, why the surface is dynamic, not static. Recognizing Earth's layered interior really reshapes how you see the planet. First, surface events, like earthquakes and volcanoes, are often outward signs of deep processes. When plates shift or magma rises, What we feel on the surface actually reflects deep mantle convection or core dynamics. For students of geography and survivalists alike, that means being aware of geology, terrain stability, fault zones, and volcanic risk. Second, Earth remains dynamic. The mantle's slow flow means continents drift. Over millions of years, seas shrink, mountains rise, and climate zones change. When you understand the engine beneath the crust, you start to appreciate that nothing on the surface is truly permanent, including human settlements. Third, Earth's protective systems come from deep inside. The magnetic field, generated by the outer core, shields all surface life from solar wind and cosmic radiation. Without it, life on the surface would face dangers. This really underscores how fragile planetary habitability is, tied not just to atmosphere or oceans, but to deep interior processes. Finally, this knowledge arms you with context and respect. Whether you're mapping earthquake-prone zones, undertaking survival planning, building resilient infrastructure, or simply seeking to understand Earth's long history, awareness of layers reminds you that we walk on the shell of something vast, powerful, and ancient. If you found this deep dive into Earth's interior enlightening, and you want more content connecting geology, history, human survival, and planetary processes, hit subscribe. Share this video with fellow geography buffs, survival-minded friends, or anyone who cares about understanding the ground beneath their feet. Let's keep exploring. What lies below shapes everything above.